Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at Cardano, its valuations against Ethereum, as well as the US dollar. Remember, if you do like this video and the other videos that I make on this channel, be sure to hit the like button down below and also consider subscribing. Well, Cardano, let's start off with the US dollar. Cardano was holding great, and this is really no signs of a dump in sight. And I think it goes to show the strength of Cardano where we're able to hold dollar to dollar 30 for a number of weeks, ever since February 22nd to April 26th. We held this level. Last week was a really good week for Cardano, went up 33%. And here we are holding at $1.72. So we're now outside of this sideways range here, and we're, stepping stones, coming up to a new level. See if we're able to hold it, continue on higher. Now, when we look at Cardano against Ethereum, it shows a little bit of a different story. It doesn't look as bullish. And the reason why is because, well, Ethereum has just been on a tear for the past, uh, you know, few months. Ever since March, with Cardano specifically, we were heading down, and so now Ethereum is outpacing Cardano. We're now at this orange line here. And the last video I made about Cardano is we might potentially see some support and consolidation against Cardano Ethereum at this range here. It might not come back down to the very bottom, but it could come back down here and hold. Why do I think that? Well, we only look back to the last cycle. And unfortunately, we don't have Cardano wasn't there during the entirety of the bull cycle. It came out in 2018, just at the end of of Bitcoin's peak, and that was that. However, after that move, so after the move that got us to this orange line here, we came back down, but didn't come back down to the white line. We came and consolidated here and then moving up, which then proceeded to subsequently go back down to the white to the bottom range. So we could see that there's a possibility that it doesn't have to come down to that level. I want it to come down to that level to accumulate Cardano, but it doesn't have to. And we could see already from these past 2 weeks that the orange line has proven to be some kind of support for Cardano against Ethereum. And that's essentially it. Um, if things stay the same, so if Bitcoin continues to stay above the 20-week moving average, and continue to move sideways, and Ethereum keeps on looking as strong as it has been since the start of April, then there's a very good chance for Cardano to stay in this, continuing to trend down against Ethereum. Ethereum will continue to outpace, and then we'll really get to see how low this ratio will go, and if it comes back down here to this area, or if it's going to come back down to this area, we simply don't know. So that's pretty much it for myself and what I'm looking to do. Obviously, I want it to come down to this level, but it doesn't have to. And because of the environment that we're in of just it's just straight bullish, there's no hint of bearishness anywhere in this market. Everything and anything seemingly is just going up, which is dangerous because it puts you in a false sense of security. But we could see, I'll be looking to see if I can catch Cardano at least at the bottom of this range, and I think that'll be pretty fair. I'll open up a position in this area here, and if it comes down, great. I'll aggressively start accumulating, but just as a position to get my skin in a game with Cardano at least, I'll be looking to buy there. And that's pretty much it. The dollar value I'm not too concerned about. I mean, it's either going to keep on going up or move sideways. Um, I think the important part, at least for me, is knowing if Cardano can outpace Ethereum. At this point in time, it doesn't seem to indicate that. But if we come down even further, I'll be more confident that Cardano has now more upside and a higher chance for it to start reversing this trend and start to outpace Ethereum once again. Mind you that the runs between these take time. Okay, from the last local peak to the peak we just had. So in July of 2020, when Cardano made to a run to about, was it like 13, 15 cents? Um, it took from peak to peak about 231 days, right? The consolidation, if you want to call it that, from here to, say here, was 133 days. So even if you did catch the bottom, you'd be waiting quite a good chunk of time until the next run for a Cardano. And that's something that I want to remind everyone. No, I'm not bearish on Cardano. I think Cardano will be a lot higher than $1.70 by the end of the cycle. However, these are cycles, right? These are sub-cycles within the macro cycle. Cardano and Ethereum have an interesting relationship where they have these, Cardano has these swells against Ethereum, but in eventually it's the pendulum swings back into Ethereum's favor, right? With these swing lows here, it always comes back to Ethereum. So with that said, again, I'm not bearish on Cardano. It's just finding the opportune time to buy Cardano with my Ethereum. Right now, that isn't that time, but it will be at some point. And it's just about patience. Patience is the key. Um, and who knows? We might even see the bounce here. If Cardano bounces here, then it wasn't in my favor. It wasn't in my chances for that for the next run. But it's hard to tell because Cardano has never been through a duration of a bull market, so we don't know how it's going to look on the Cardano Ether chart. But if past price is any indication, then we should be coming back further down. We'll see how far it goes down against Ethereum. And don't be confused of just looking at Cardano Ether. I mean, Cardano is in a great position. It's broken the previous all-time high of against prior local high against Bitcoin, right? And we're moving on upwards. And we've talked about the US dollar. It's looking really, really good. However, if we look at the US dollar of Ethereum, it's even better, right? It's even better at this moment in time, right? For the month of March into May, sorry, yeah, the month of April into May, Ethereum has been in the driver's seat, and there's no denying that. And if you bought Cardano on March 1st and you bought Ethereum March 1st, well, guess what? Your Ethereum position would be a lot better right now. But I think in the long run, Cardano will outpace Ethereum simply because it's a smaller cap coin and therefore volatility and higher rate of return is possible with that. But that's what I'm looking at with Cardano right now. Just patience. Okay, just patience. Looking for the opportune time to buy Ethereum with buy Cardano with my Ethereum. And one more thing is you have to be okay if you miss it, right? I missed this and I refuse to buy when it's at these levels because it's not prudent. It's not prudent buying. Buy when the risk is low, always. Always. I don't care what situation you're in, always buy it during that time. You may buy it up here and you might get the latter end of it, but the reward is not worthy of the amount of risk that you're taking buying at that level. I don't think it's right. However, patience, this will continue to go down. And if it comes down to my targets, great. If not, there's always an opportunity elsewhere. If you're a diehard Cardano fan, um, then then obviously what I'm saying doesn't really either A make sense to you or B you're just going to ignore, which is fine. I mean, there are going to be people that are buying at this level because they see Cardano at this and then it's retraced 50% and they say it's a buy. So take that as you will, and I hope that's Cardano will be able to turn around, which I think it will. I'm very confident it will. It's just a matter of time. Again, from peak to peak, it took over 200 days from peak to peak. Okay. I don't know if it's going to take another 233 days, but I mean, we could take a look. What's 233 days? That brings us into the fall of 2021. Okay. That is a bit of it's far away. But I mean, we're already what about 100 days, almost 100 days. We're about 70-ish days, 77 days in this downtrend for Cardano versus Ethereum. So we have a long way to go. We'll see what happens. Again, Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to be major players on how Cardano is going to be printing out its own chart. Obviously, because we're looking at the Cardano Ether chart. If Ethereum changes in any manner, then we could see a change in the Cardano Ether chart. And Bitcoin itself as well, because Bitcoin is the market maker, market mover. It will influence the entire crypto market. But that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.